Good morning, everybody. This is Reno Anchetta with Deep Instinct here to give you some cool cybersecurity news. All right, so what happened? Well, oops. Good morning, everybody. This is Reno Anchetta with Deep Instinct here to give you some cool cybersecurity news. All right, so what do we got? On June 10th, confirmed Chris Inglis as the first ever National Cyber Director by voice vote. What he'll be tasked with is making sure all the federal agencies operate from a coherent cyber policy. So this is it's going to be gosh. Good morning, everybody. This is Reno Anchetta with Deep Instinct here to give you some cool cybersecurity news. All right, what do we got here? On June 10th, the Senate as the first ever National Cyber Director. Now, this is something that people have been for a long, long time. And honestly, I think the United States was kind of behind the curve on this one, but we're here. We're here. English will be tasked with making sure all the federal agencies operate from a coherent cyber policy. So this is thing like the NSA, Department of Defense, etc. This article referenced below goes on to say that his role is a juiced up, Senate confirmed, mandated by law version of the White House cyber coordinator. So basically, his role is going to be getting the private and the public industries together to be able to up our defense, basically up our cyber defense for government agencies as well as private industries. And a lot of times, private industries need a little bit of guidance as to what particular tools are working and which tools you need to have as an organization. There are compliance regulations, but those really only work as a threat. They're basically saying, hey, make sure you have a good cybersecurity policy because if your data leaks, we're going to fine you. It's not super helpful, though, because that same agency isn't telling you what to buy. And so now I think that's what Chris is going to be doing is basically saying, hey, so here are the regulations. Here's the fine you're going to get if you release this data and you're not properly set up cybersecurity wise. Oh, also, here is a plan. Here's a basic plan. Here are the tools to use. Here's what we've vetted out. Here's what the best technology is. And here's how you implement it. Now, I did a little bit of research about Chris. He's actually been in the industry for quite a long time. So he retired from the Department of Defense in January 2014, following over 41 years of federal service, including 28 at the NSA and 7.5 as its senior civilian and deputy director. So he's been in the government for quite a while. Honestly, it's a pretty exciting post. I'm sure he's excited and overwhelmed. But I think his goal mostly is to just align all of the government agencies in one cyber direction and all of the private industries in one direction. So we have a coherent plan against these cyber threats that are often coming from nation states such as Russia, China, the Middle East, different organizations. Basically, these professional ransomware cyber criminal gangs. Basically, we need to have a coherent defense against them. This kind of reminds me of in the 1940s when we had bank robberies all the time. And you had things like the Italian mobs who were running these large cities, and they were very, very well defined and coherent gangs, professional gangs committing crimes. And then they basically started to implement, and a way they got away from cops is they would leave their jurisdiction, go across state lines. So they create the FBI so that it is a national investigation bureau, right? And so in that way, they can start to stop because there's a coherent strategy against these mobsters to be able to stop them. I actually think we're going to see this is a corollary in that now this cybersecurity department is going to act as its own investigation and defense and offense team in the cyber world. And we're going to see them start to take down these professional crime syndicates in ransomware. So pretty cool news. It'll be interesting to follow what sort of plans he comes up with and what sort of conferences he has. Everyone's going to have questions for him. And man, I also know that he's probably going to get blown up by every vendor that exists in the world. But hey, I'm going to shoot my shot. Chris, if you're out there, you're on LinkedIn, I hope this message reaches you. Look into deep learning. Deep learning technology is going to be the technology that is quick enough and advanced enough to stop zero-day malware that we've never seen before. and stop it because of deep learning's inherent ability to be able to understand what malware looks like when it statically analyzes code. That's what we do with Deep Instinct. So that's all I'll say about that. And thanks for listening, everybody. Have a good day.